BookTube Nation, I'm Sam here again with A Bear and a Bee Books, and today I have a short wrap-up for you. I wanted to do a wrap-up for the Mamma Mia, here I go again, the Mammamiathon. So I didn't do a lot of reading that particular section. I did finish 2 books, which I'd love to tell you about, but I had so much fun because I was playing the music and dancing around, and my daughter started dancing with me, and we had a lot of fun being goofy and silly, and it just reminded me how much I love musicals and that I love having music in my life. So thank you to the hosts for that. I will link the hosts' information down below, but I had a lot of fun and it was a great way to start off my September. So I'm doing another readathon right now, which is my readathon that I do with Becky and Jordan, and that is the Fairy Tale-a-thon. So if you've never heard of that, I'll link it down below, but if you've been on my channel for a while, you've definitely heard of it. But yeah, I'll just link down my fairy tale playlist so you can check that out if you'd like to. But yeah, so let's get into the books. So for the Mammamiathon, I had 4 books on my TBR. I did it where you could pick one book from each of the 4 characters or character groupings that they did. And the 2 books that I finished, let's see, I'll link my TBR down below so that you can see which prompts these fit into. But I finished Tangerine by Christine Mangan, and I actually liked this more than I thought I would. It wasn't a 5-star for me, but I did give it 4, and I think if you like, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody mentioned this reminded them of Hitchcock, and I agree. I used to really love old Alfred Hitchcock, and if you've ever been to Florida, like I think probably in the 90s, early 90s, there used to be this really cool thing that they did at Universal, and they used to have the Psycho House and the Bates Motel, but there was like this whole like presentation about Hitchcock and his movies and how he filmed and like how he used to build up the suspense and camera angles and all. It was like this whole presentation, and it was really interesting, and it stuck with me, and I wish that it was still there, but unfortunately it's not. But though the house, maybe, I don't know, I haven't been there in years and years and years and years, but anyway, the presentation's not there anymore. But this book, what is this about? Because this is, after all, about the book, not Hitchcock. But yeah, this is, and I was scared to read this for 2 reasons. One, because some of the reviews are kind of middling, but also because I had some unhealthy friendship relationships as a child, like really unhealthy, and you know, I broke away from them as I became a young adult. I was nervous going into this because of that, but mine had nothing on this. Like, this is twisted. But I enjoyed it. I think this is a good book to read as summer closes out. It feels very summer. So I would say like September is actually a good month to read this book, but it has that eerie kind of fall feeling to it too, but you definitely feel the heat, and it feels oppressive, and it does feel summer, but you do get that creepiness to it as well. So I think September is actually the perfect month to read this. And this is basically about, my kitty wants to talk in the video too, but this is basically about 2 women, and one of the women had a tragedy happen to her as a very young child, and it kind of controls her mind, and she has had some mental health concerns because of that, and because of that she questions herself a lot, and I feel like a lot of different people in this book take advantage of her for that. So if that's maybe a trigger warning for you, I might look more into this before picking it up. But I think it's really interesting because I think that it really dives into like what tragedy can do to you and how it can affect you, and how sometimes you can think things are happening that maybe aren't happening, or maybe they are, and you don't trust yourself or your own like perception. And I think that that's really explored well in this book. You know, it all kind of leads up to a moment, and I don't want to give too much away because there's a lot of twists and turns in this. Creepy female friendship and their roommates at school, and it goes on from there. I enjoyed this, and I would recommend reading it as the season turns. So it's not really a fall book in my opinion, but it has that feeling, but it's very hot. I can still feel the heat on me, like thinking of this book. So that's this one. And then the other book I finished was Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. The more I put time between me and this book, the more I like it, if you know what I mean. Like, I know some people have that with books. When I first put it down, I was like, oh, I definitely liked Frenchman's Creek more, but I think this one may have more staying power. I think of this book more. I didn't like the heroine as much in this one, but all the other characters, the side characters, and the setting. Anyway, I did this is a buddy read with my mom again. Hi, Mom. Yeah, and she really loved it. This is basically about a young woman who has a change in circumstance and has to relocate to a relative's home, and the relative lives at Jamaica Inn. And when she gets there, there's a lot of really messed up stuff is happening. It starts to like affect her internally, and she's really disturbed by all these things that she's seeing, and she just wants to like protect her family and like change their circumstance, right? So and the novel kind of goes off from there. But if you like atmosphere, I'll like put it in your hand. It took me so long to read Daphne du Maurier. I think I finally read her. I think I started one of her books last year, and I don't know if I finished it this year or last year, but anyway, it's been recently. And I love atmosphere, like atmospheric writing, like settings you can sink your teeth into, settings that feel like characters. It's like my favorite part of books. And she does it so well. Like, I really feel like I have been to this place. And you know, a lot of times you think like non-readers will think that it's just kind of corny to say like books transport people or you can travel through books or whatever, but you really can. Like, I've been here. Not really, but you know, yeah. So needless to say, this is a 5-star for me. I really enjoyed it, and I plan on keeping it on my bookshelves for a long time, and I look forward to doing future rereads of this book because it was that good. Those are the 2 books I finished for the Mammamiathon. If you participated, let me know what favorite book you read in the readathon. But yeah, if you're new here, hi, I'm Sam. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I hope you're excited for fall. I know I am. Like, I'm like a giddy little kid. I'm like, yay. My husband said earlier today, I think he's like, you really love fall. Like, you really love fall. I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. And then I listed all the reasons why, and it just makes me happy. And I know a lot of people on BookTube are like that. So yeah, if you love fall, let me know what your favorite fall thing that you found that you're enjoying so far. I know it's just started, but we went to get some ice cream for me the other night, and oh man, like, there's this little place that's been in this town where I live for like ever. It's been here for like ever. And they make this pumpkin milkshake. It's like the best thing I've ever eaten. It's really good. I mean, it's up there. It's up there on the best things I've ever eaten. It's really good. It tastes like you're eating a piece of pumpkin pie with whipped cream on the top. It's so good. I mean, so good. Like, yes, if I could walk there, it would be really dangerous because it's so good. I would probably eat one multiple times a week if I could walk there. So it's good that I have to drive because I'm not as likely to get in the car to go get it. So, but yeah, anyway, it was lovely and I'm really enjoying it. So let me know what you're enjoying so far in your fall. And yeah, if you're returning, thank you. No, I mean, really, thank you, because these videos take effort and time, and it's taken me a really long time to get super comfortable on the camera. So thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate you taking your time to listen to some of the things I have to say. So yeah, anyway, I just want to wish everyone well, and you know, I always say that I think love is always the answer. So whatever it is in your life, I send you love. So anyway, thanks for being here with me today. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.